What's up guys, Rob the Awesome here, and today I'm back to spending a little more quality Team Fortress 2 time with you. This is basically a series where I read user submitted comments from the previous episodes and answer them here. It gives me time to talk a little bit more about myself while helping answer some much needed questions that you may all have about Team Fortress 2 or myself. I also asked some questions at the end for you guys to answer as well, so stay till the end to find out what they are. I also like to add that this is the only calm series I have. Nice and soothing to the ears. So sit back and relax, and let's get started, shall we? The first question of the day comes from Hunter World, and he says, do you ever get discouraged about making videos when your enthusiasm is being taken for being a Valve kiss-up? Sometimes I do feel discouraged that my positivity is seen as sucking up to Valve, but it doesn't stop me from making videos I want to do. It may seem like I stay on Valve's side when explaining weapon stats, but it's just me finding a unique answer instead of blindly accepting that it's bad. Having a positive attitude is something people need in this state of TF2. If I just ended up being monotonic and unlively, it could come across that I don't care about the game I love, and that's something I don't want. I will continue to be optimistic about the future of TF2 and will enjoy making videos that induce a positive attitude towards the game. The next question comes from Silver Darlin, and he asks, how long have you been a medic main? Roughly around 2 to 2.5 years of being a medic main. I do enjoy playing a support role in any video game that I play, and the healer is no exception. I'll most likely continue to main medic for as long as I play Team Fortress 2. It's just such a fun class to play. Sound Sammer wants to ask, what is your opinion on the Pyro Vision items and the Pyro Vision itself? Pyro Vision was a neat thing when it came out in the Meet the Pyro update. Seeing a new perspective on some of my favorite maps certainly brought a new love for the game. However, it kinda got old really quick and they didn't continue to add the Pyroland theme to any of the other maps that came out, which was actually a real shame. It was really nice to look at every once in a while, but I prefer the way maps normally look compared to the fake Cotton Candy Land. As for items, the Pyro Vision goggles are bulky and don't really work with many sets, and the Pyroland weapon set for the Pyro take up way too much of the screen. I'm just not a fan of giant instruments blowing rainbows. It becomes an eyesore after a while. In short, they're neat, but not really my kind of thing. Corporal now ponders, what made you change from being a sniper main to a medic main after all these years? For those of you who don't know, I used to be a sniper main before I became a medic. When I made sniper, I had a lot of free time on my hands and played on Sniper Fort servers, MGE, and any sort of training server to perfect the art of sniping. I'd spend 14 hours a day and was dedicated to learning my favorite class, but as I got older I had a lot more on my plate and the real world was taking up a lot of my time. I slowly began to be rusty as sniper. Not enough to be alright at the class, but enough to not be as great as I once was. I also had this quality about myself that I could communicate to teams and coordinate strategies on the spot, being clear in my message and being a leader in that sort of sense. Naturally, I fell back on medic and learned what he was all about, only to love that class as much as I do sniper. So I became a medic main, not having to be as dedicated as I was sniper to remember all of the tactics I had learned. Medic keeps a nice balance in my life without having to lose so much progress, and it is something a lot of teams need and admire when done correctly. The Roblox Master himself comes into calling and asks, how would you react if they removed the medic in Team Fortress 2? First off, that would never happen. Without a dedicated healer role, the game would just be a damage fest with a race to the health packs. I can just picture people lining up just to get their own health pack. That's crazy to think about. But let's say that unrealistically he did get removed. I'd be both sad and unchanged by it. Yes, my new main is gone and all the cosmetics I got from him are now useless. But I also have sniper to fall back on and I'm really taking a liking to heavy as well. So really, I wouldn't be that upset. But still, medic would never be removed from the game, so there's really nothing to worry about at all. Realist M asks a serious question, and it says, Rob, how do I build up the courage to talk on the mic during public games? Practice, practice, practice. We all start somewhere, and it does take a while to get used to, but once you do it a couple hundred times, you won't even be thinking about it. Though, in most cases, when it comes to public servers, you won't need to communicate. As long as you do your own role, then their role will follow suit. Most of the time. But when you get into a coordinated group of friends, then that's where communication becomes more useful. It's all about experience. Practice until you think you're ready to go and have no fear calling out what you need to call out. If you're not having fun, you're doing something wrong. Always remember that. Dr. Alex asks, what should we expect for the future of your channel? Seeing as the channel is a year old, I don't see too many changes coming this way. There will be the continuation of the best and worst series, the how to use the weapon series, quality TF2 time, challenge mode, and a new series called Awesome Loadouts coming soon. And whenever new updates come out, you can be sure I'll be covering the more important bits as they come along. The future of the channel is looking awesome, and I advise you hang on for the ride. Sealash wants an answer, and this is his question. Hey Rob, how did you become such a sexy man? I knew I'd get this question sooner or later. I have a 10-page explanation to this question. Now, if only I could find where I put it. No, not there. I can't find it. Oh well, to put it shortly, the answer to your question is naturally. The question I always get, but somehow it managed to get into this list, comes from Isaac Dodd, and he asks, can you do the best and worst heavy secondaries? Whether it be heavy secondaries, medic secondaries, anything I haven't done yet, the answer is always the same. I will get to it eventually. It does take some time to make. Mix it in with work and online college, and I get very little time to do them. Soon, my dudes, it's only a matter of time. Bimbo-tastic Man asks, what do you think about combat medics? Though I don't really judge the type of playstyle people play, I personally think combat medics are a waste of space. No offense to all of you combat medics out there, but by becoming a combat medic, you ultimately lower your potential by replacing good team healing with selfish runaway tactics. It's not my style, and it certainly doesn't help the team. But is it fun? Of course it is. If you like combat medic, then that's great. Keep on enjoying it. Just don't let me catch you playing combat medic on my team, or else I'll slap you silly. That's not a threat, that's a promise. Cybermelon has a great question, and he wonders, hey Rob, what tips do you have for aspiring TF2 YouTubers? There are really only 3 things you should know if you are to become a fully dedicated TF2 YouTuber. The first thing you should know is that TF2 content is limited in originality. From live commentaries to trading series, everything has pretty much already been done. The only thing that makes the channel unique is you. Always remember to represent yourself in the manner you want to be presented, and people will love your personality as time goes on. The second thing you should know is that you should be having fun when doing YouTube. Make content you want to see and are proud of making. If it becomes overbearing, then you are doing something wrong. Always remember to have fun. And the last thing you should know is that you aren't limited to just TF2. Sometimes you'll grow a fanbase based solely on TF2 and the game will just feel stiff and unfun to play at times. If it does get stale and you want to do other things or take a break, then feel free to do just that. It is your channel and the real supporters will stick around for anything that you make, so there's no need to worry. Other than that though, enjoy what TF2 has to offer and I wish you luck on your YouTube journey. Ethel Nianez asks, Rob, what is your least played class? Soldier. I just don't find him fun at all. Whenever I pick him up, it just feels awkward to me. I'll do really well with an easy kill streak and feel unsatisfied that I did it. I personally like a challenge and to be a king maker rather than a king. In short, I really like support classes and Soldier just isn't that sort of class. A fluffy kitty strolls on by and has the magic ability to talk, and with this power he asks, if your team has too many of one class on it, what would be the best class stack? That's a tough call, either demo, soldier, or heavy. If you stack a team full of damage and range, you'll get a lot done. And if one dies, then you've got several others, so there's really nothing to worry about there. These sort of stacks make for easy killings and spawn camping opportunities on any game mode you play. Now, if only people were smart enough to not go sniper or spy stacks, then they may actually get somewhere. Alas, it is but a dream. Mercy from Overwatch steps into the TF2 universe and asks, when are you streaming? For those of you who don't know, I live stream over at Twitch and try to stream every day. Though I don't have a set schedule, I try to live stream when I can, and I have a face cam and everything. I suggest you all check it out sometime and enjoy TF2 with me, live together. Kevin Mitchell's having a tough time and he asks, I've been playing all the classes lately, but I want to main one. Do you have any advice on how to choose? That's actually an interesting topic which would need an entirely different video to discuss, but the short answer to your problem is to main the class that is most fun for you. If it's fun, then you won't mind learning it even more and perfecting the techniques. It can be something unexpected or something completely obvious. As long as you are having fun, then that's all that matters and is most likely what you should main. David Shervanyan comes back with another question and he asks, Rob, what is your favorite game mode in TF2? My favorite would have to be King of the Hill. It's fast-paced and balanced for each team. It's short, but just enough to be satisfying if you win or lose. Plus, the Koth maps are all awesome to look at. You can't beat such a simple game mode like King of the Hill. The seventh heaven opens up from above and shouts, "Rob, if you could add a class into TF2, what would it be? And what would they do?" I'd add a magician class that does offensive, defensive, and support spells. You could have 3 different spells for each slot that do different things. It'd be awesome to see that sort of thing, but I don't think it'd fit in the TF2 universe. Erasmus is an exception, but that's it. Could you imagine though? Magic walls, healing spells? Man, that'd be so cool. Big-Eyed Pyro, with a name that shall not be named, comes to us asking, what do you think of players who taunt after kills? I'm not a fan of those types of people, but taunting is part of the game and you learn to accept it. I don't mind taunters if they live and get 5 kills afterwards, but if they die during the taunt or fail to get another kill, then it just seems pathetic. At least do more for the team, then I can accept that taunt with dignity. Jackolantern asks, if a team has a lot of medics, what class would you rather play, if at all a different class from medic? Depending on the situation, I'd go with the class the team needs most. I'd try to pick sniper if there was a slot open, but usually there are like 3 of those anyways, so tough luck. I try to stay away from playing medics in pubs though. Even though it is my main, I find it makes pubs too easy and unexciting if I just hold my team's hand. I mix it up with classes my team needs, and I play like that most of the time anyways. The last question of the day comes from InsertName here, and he asks, will you do a video on bad rats? The name of the channel is Rob the Awesome TF2. I will only be doing TF2 content on this channel. If I want to make other content for other games, I'll make a separate channel for that. Otherwise, I'm TF2 all the way. And this has been quality Team Fortress 2 time with you. Now, hold on just a second. You guys have been asking me all the questions, so it's only fair that I ask some questions for you guys. What do you want to see in this or any Swissmas update? What new weapon would you like to see in the Pyro update? And would you rather never laugh again or never use your mobile device again? Leave your answers in the comment section below, and if you've got a question for next time, you can ask that too. Remember to be awesome, stay awesome, and to have an awesome day. I'm Rob the Awesome, and I'll see you guys later. Ciao for now.
Motherfucker, I'm awesome. No, you're not, dude. Don't lie. I'm awesome. I'm driving around in my mom's ride. I'm awesome. A quarter of my life gone by, and I met all my friends online. Motherfucker, I'm awesome. I will run away from a brawl. I'm awesome. There's no voicemail, nobody calls. I'm awesome. I can't afford to buy 8 balls, and I talk to myself on my Facebook wall. You know my pants sag low.